Hey guys, hey. I'm not doing the quick reading. I was going to give a little bit of a longer one for what's coming for this collective and what's going on, you know? Let's find out. You could be considering going in a new direction in your career. You could be looking into going to school. Looks like you've either just had something happen or something's about to that's kind of making the foundation feel like it's crumbling around you right now, which isn't always it's not always, the tower is not always bad destruction. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the worst, but destruction nevertheless. And it could just be, it's revamping something that needed more order or that no longer served you. I think it's taking away any illusions that you might have had over. Are you looking at? But wow. Okay. A star, you're a star. This is taking you a long time. And I want another one for that, because that, that was, I wonder if that was. This looks like you're moving in a new direction, and you've either just had kind of it's not like the rug ripped out from under you. It doesn't quite feel like that. It's more like you've just had a lot of upheaval, and it doesn't seem like it's a huge, it's almost like more in the mind. Like, you've just had something maybe you weren't looking at correctly. Maybe that was more like an illusion for you. It's sort of been peeled back. So now you see it for what it actually is. And it's taken you a long time to do so. This isn't something you just did over the weekend. This has taken you a long time to peel back those layers. And now it's almost like you're kind of coming into the fruits of your, that almost flipped over. Yeah. So it's like it was a sudden shift, and now you kind of like, it's landed, like you got it now. You're like, oh. So I think it took a long time to get here, but once the mask was finally pulled back enough, or the illusion, right? Then you saw it for what it was. Because now you're seeing it clearly. Like, and it came in hot. Like, you were like, oh, I got it. Yeah. Now you're focused on going within and not being fooled again, not going in. I had another one flip. Not going into the same illusion. Now you're ready. Yeah, the mask has come off, because I got double confirmation there. You're no longer seeing what you once thought was the truth. The mask has come off. You see it clearly now, and that probably happened really swiftly. Like, it wasn't it took you a long time to get there, like I said, but once you were there, it just suddenly was like a huge epiphany out of nowhere. Well, it felt out of nowhere. It really had been building, and now you know. Like, you know that you know that you know. And you're not going to let anybody tell you any different, which is awesome. They won't be able to steer you off your path, because now you're really clear on what you're doing. I think love is a focus for you. want to do another one for that to clarify the. Woo! Oh, guys, jumping out. Yeah, you're into your new beginning now. You're ready. Yeah, love is a focus, and you are. I think you're feeling really confident now because you're coming to the other side of this. It's not the same as it was. You finally gotten through it, and now you see it clearly. And I think you're really clear on what your worth is. So I don't think you're going to settle anymore, which is maybe what you were coming out of here was you're done settling. And once like it hit you, you were like, okay, yeah, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. I deserve better than that. Yeah. You're letting go of where you have to make yourself smaller in order for you to fit in the way that someone else saw you. That's what it looks like. The tower and the illusion, you're coming out of it, because I think you were telling yourself for a while that if I fit in this box that they're putting me in, then I'm safe, so I don't need to worry about it, and then I don't have to kind of investigate this more. Although I'm judging from this, it was a gnawing feeling at you, like you knew it was this. You couldn't just sit in that. Like your mind and heart and spirit was not going to let you just kind of dumb yourself down in order to fit into this box that didn't really fit anyway. Because even when you were smashed into it, you weren't comfortable. You weren't having a good time. You didn't want to be there at all. I think that's what the illusion is that you thought once you got into the, smashed yourself into this box, I'm really running with this analogy, then it would all would be well. Then it was fine. Then all the, it would just kind of even itself out. But then you somehow maneuvered yourself into that box, and it wasn't at all what you thought it was going to be. And I think that was that, which would make sense. That was that instant where you're like, oh no, this isn't what I want. This isn't what I signed up for. This isn't how this is supposed to be. And this is across the board. This could have be for work, for relationships. Is this for what? For someone? Yeah, you're not gonna, you see it clearly now. And I really think, wow, love is a really big focus for you. All of the collectives, man, we are going for the loving right now. Because that's your focus. I think whatever you came out of was, and the tower could have been like whatever upheaval was forced the mask to come off so that you saw the illusion clearly and realized that you weren't looking at this properly. That could have been anything from, because it doesn't look like it was a specific person. That it almost looks like it was a, well, it could have been a person or, oh, I think it was a situation. And it just sort of hit you like lightning. That then you realized you weren't seeing it correctly. Because like I said, it came on really fast. Like it'd been building and it took a long time to get there. But once you got it, you got it. And now I think because you've realized a lot of your worth, I think this is an ever, like an ever moving process here, though. You're continuing to move forward. These are just, you're moving forward, even if it's baby steps. That's still forward movement. But I think now you're very focused on what you know you deserve, what you want. It's kind of like you have to go through those shitty things so that you figure out what you don't want. That's kind of what this feels like. You're like, oh, okay, I know what I'm not doing anymore. And now you're really focused on the next step and what comes next for you and what that looks like for you. Didn't realize I flipped my deck around. Yeah, unconditional love. And that starts with self though, right? And I think that's what you're figuring out because you're in the midst of this work. You're in the midst of it. But you've got it. Like you are, man, recently all the collective readings, it's just like pennies dropping. Bam, bam, bam. Everybody's figuring it out. And I think a lot of people are realizing that the growth that they're looking for has to start here first with self and then goes out. And that's when all those, all the love comes through. Everything you're wanting. The stability, the cups, the hearts, the mental challenge to keep you engaged, So I think you're focused on your next step. And now kind of like you're kind of running at it now. Because now you know. Now you know what you don't want for sure. Now you know what you won't do anymore. And I think that's taking those aside, getting those illusions out of the way, getting those things that you will no longer deal with away from you, leaves kind of this very clear picture for you. And now you are like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what I'm looking for. I know who I am. And you're just continuing to work towards that, up and up and up and up. You're letting love guide you, and that is brave and beautiful, and it will take you in the right direction. You're following your heart, and that's takes guts. Good. Keep doing it. You got this. Go out and conquer. I mean, looks like you are, but there you have it. I'll see you later. Good job.